spiritual growth and wealth strategist, and I am here to help you make money and become the person that you need to be to stop sabotaging your money and your success so that you can make it and keep it. In this video, we're going to talk about the cost of car repairs. So I have been doing a series on buying versus leasing, new versus used, and the question it keeps coming up about car repairs, because one of the benefits and pros of leasing a car is not having to pay for the maintenance and repair costs, because that would be covered under a warranty with the lease. But the question becomes, is it really worth you leasing a car and never being able to pay off a car and having a car payment for life because you keep leasing because you don't want to pay for maintenance because maintenance is costly? Well, let's get into that. But before we do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Okay, help me get my algorithm up. Now, just to dive right into it, when we want to talk about car repairs, let me first say that you have to think about and research what is the best cars to buy, especially when you're doing used, because we want to go out, we want to buy these used cars, and then they end up being lemons. I remember talking to one of my clients who went out and bought a car at a buy here, pay here lot, and no sooner than she drove off the lot, the next day the car broke down. And I'm like, take that thing back. I mean, there's no way that you should buy a car and you drive it off the lot and the next day it's not working. We've obviously bought a lemon. So when you're buying a car, you want to make sure that you get a certified pre-owned car, because those cars have been checked and are being certified that they're okay and they're just as good as new. Now, you have to know that if you don't buy a car from the dealership in which it was originally came from, and when I say originally, I mean like it's a Toyota, so you're buying a pre-certified from Toyota, versus it's a Toyota but you're buying it from a Hyundai dealership. Hyundai can't pre-certify a Toyota car. Toyota pre-certifies Toyota cars. Usually that's how it works. It may have changed, but that's normally how it works. So you want to look for buying, if you want to save on maintenance and you want to save on cost and you want to buy smart, you want to look for pre-certified cars. Also, you all, there's a thing called car warranties. Now, you can get a car warranty to pay for your repairs. I know y'all got to see them commercials just like I do, them Car Shield commercials with Ice-T and Vivica Fox advertising Car Shield. Get a warranty, okay, to help cover the cost of repairs. Now, what I want to show you is the fact that if you buy right and if you really take care of your car, it shouldn't really cost you a whole lot. No matter whether you buy a new or used, whether you buy it or lease it, cars are going to require maintenance. You're going to need to get oil changes. You're going to have to get some new brakes. You're going to have to get some new tires. You're going to have to get a tune-up. You're going to have to change filters. You're going to have to do those maintenance type things. If you do not, that's what sometimes causes your car to end up messing up, and then you end up having costly repairs because you did not maintain the car like you should have, okay? But maintenance and overall repair costs for cars, depending on the car, really isn't that much. So if you look here, you will see that Toyota, over a 10-year period, their average cost is less than $3,000 for maintenance and repairs. Now, there's always exceptions to the rule of the cost of repairs and what ends up breaking down, but that's also going to depend on how well you take care of the car. But Toyota is a good brand of car to buy that doesn't have a lot of maintenance. And I told you in another video, my mom owned a Toyota. For 12 years, she had that Toyota, no major repairs. She sold it to her sister-in-law and still no major repairs. So as you can see here, when you look over at these costs, over a 10-year period, it really isn't that costly. That if you think about it, buy the car, pay it off, that cost of repairs and maintenance over a 10-year period is really not that much. you're probably saving in the long run than you are to just keep getting a leased car every year, because then you've got to pay for the down payment every year. Then you've got to pay for that monthly payment. You got to pay for any penalties and fees if you go over the mileage. You got to pay for any penalties and fees. If you do a little bit more wear and tear on the car, like, you're still going to be coming out of pocket. Okay, so just the moral of it is buy right. Do your research. Buy cars that have a good brand, and you know that the cars are reliable. All cars are not reliable. Some of us are buying cars because they're cheap. You get what you pay for. Some of us are buying cars because they look good, okay, but they ain't worth a dime. You don't spend all this money, but they ain't worth what you bought it for. Buy a reliable car. Be economical with your spending when purchasing a car, okay?